Hello students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, current electricity. Okay, so up till now what you have studied? Charges at rest. Okay, what does this mean? That is electrostatics. Electrostatics. Okay, which meant electro means charges and statics were at rest. Now what you need to study is when charge is in motion. Okay, motion can be of two types. One is constant motion with or a motion with constant velocity. Okay, that is related to our current. Okay, or you can say current electricity. Okay, and another one is with variable velocity. What happens in variable velocity? It gets accelerated. Okay, it has an accelerated motion. Okay, where it is used? It will be used in later on chapters in which we will have electromagnetism. Okay, so now we need to study charge in motion with constant velocity. Okay, so what do you mean by charge in motion? Charge in motion is nothing but current. Okay, so how will you define current? Current is equals to, just think, it is rate of flow of charge. Okay, or the rate at which the charge flows. Okay, the symbol for current is I. If there is a steady flow of current, then steady flow of charge, then what can we write? It will be Q. Okay, that is flow of charge, and it is said rate of flow. Rate means at what amount of time it is flown. Okay, so this becomes the formula for current. Okay, so definition will be the amount of charge flowing in a unit time, or you can say if 1 coulomb of charge passes or flows in 1 second, then you can say it is 1 ampere current. Okay, we'll later on study about the unit also. Now if you want to find current for any particular interval, okay, if you are given some particular time that you need to find the current or the average current in certain time period, then what we will do? The amount of charge passed during that period divided by the time interval. Okay, this will become your average current. Now suppose if it is asked, you need to find an instantaneous time, that at particular second what is the amount of charge flowing through the system. Okay, or what is the current through the system, then what you need to do? You need to find I instantaneous. What will be that? That will be dq upon dt, where dq is the amount of charge flowing at that particular time and dt is the time interval or particular time at which you want to find the instantaneous current. Okay, I hope you would be knowing what is average and what is instantaneous. Average will be, suppose there is a current flowing for 5 seconds. If someone asks what is the average current flown between 3 to 5 seconds, okay, at that time 3 to 5 seconds will be time interval of 2 seconds and amount of charge flown through that time will be delta q. And for instantaneous we don't take an interval. What we take? At particular time. Suppose if someone is asking what is the amount of current flown at 3 seconds, okay, at that particular, when it is 3 seconds, then it would be dq, that is what is the amount of charge flown at that particular instance. Okay, that is I instantaneous. Okay, now we'll move towards unit. What will be the unit of current? Okay, you know I is equals to q by t. Unit of charge is coulomb and time is second, that are SI units. Okay, so coulomb upon second. What do you mean by coulomb upon second? And unit of current is ampere. Okay, ampere. Okay, so if you want to define 1 ampere, you can define it as if 1 coulomb charge passing through 1 second, okay, through a cross sectional area, then it can be known as 1 ampere current. Okay, I hope this is very clear. And you have heard about the word ampere in your class 11th, which is a fundamental SI unit. Okay, fundamental SI unit. You have 7 fundamental SI units and ampere is one of them. Coulomb is not an fundamental SI unit, okay, but ampere is. Now if you talk about the ampere in your daily life, so domestic uses or domestic appliances uses around 1 ampere current. When there is lightning in sky, at that time it is about 10 raised to 4 ampere. I'll write lightning. And you also have current inside your body. It is passing through your nerves, which transfers the information. Okay, the charges transfers the information from all of your body parts to your brain. If your nerve system is breakdown, then no information will be sent. So what is the charge in that nerve? It is about range of 10 raised to minus 6 ampere. Okay, I hope this much portion is very clear to you. Then we'll move ahead. Next question is current scalar or vector unit or vector quantity? Is it scalar or vector? Okay, I hope you all are knowing what is scalar and what is vector. Scalar is something that has magnitude, and what is vector? It is something which has magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so what does current have? Current has the magnitude, obviously. If I say it is 1 ampere, then it is a magnitude. Now what is the direction of current? Means it has a direction also. Okay, so it should be a vector quantity, but it is not a vector quantity. Okay, why? Suppose there is a current flowing through over here, let us say 3, let us say 4, and the angle between them is, say, suppose 60 degree. Okay, if there is a vector quantity, then to find the resultant, what we do? We use the formula a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This was the formula, right? Okay, but this does not follow the law of vector addition. Okay, current does not follow the law of vector addition. Here the resultant will be directly equal to 7 ampere. It does not make any difference whatever the value of theta may be. Even if I have something like this which has 90 degree, again here it is 3 ampere current, here it is 4 ampere current, then the resultant will again be equal to 7 ampere only. Okay, so angle doesn't make any difference. Angle doesn't make difference. Okay, so as current does not follow this formula for resultant of any vector quantity, okay, so it can't be said as a vector quantity. So it is absolutely wrong, though it has a magnitude and direction, but it does not follow the law of vector addition. Okay, so what do you think? It should be scalar? Actually it is a tensor quantity. Okay, tensor is not in your syllabus. You will be studying only if you go for further studies in mechanical engineering or civil engineering. Then and then you will come across the word tensor. Okay, so if in exam it is asked whether current is a scalar or a vector quantity, if option is given and tensor is given, then you need to tick the tensor. If not tensor, then second option will be scalar. Okay, if not tensor, then only it will be scalar quantity. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.